Today is dedicated solely to showcasing innovation in technology and operating models. This seminar will explore how the optimisation of logistics, technological investment in operations and R&D in propulsion can help reduce pollution and operational costs for organisations based in and around the Thames. I do hope you enjoy this morning's event, and I urge you to take the time to discuss current issues, network. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to today's event partner, John Lowe. John's the Managing Director of Marine Industrial Transmissions, who will facilitate today's seminar. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Peter. And good morning, everyone. Happy St David's Day. So we're going to talk about innovation and efficiencies in driving operational cost reductions with the focus on the Thames, but ultimately it could be any waterway in and around the country or indeed the world. This is the second technical talk that we've held. We held the first one in November, and I'll cover off some of the details from that. Today we've got, as Peter's already highlighted, we've got Cory Riverside Energy and we've got Scania GB with us. So I'll give a few details on some of the areas that they're going to cover off. Firstly, just to give you a brief introduction to MIT, or Marine and Industrial Transmissions Limited. We were founded in 1974. We were a management buyout of British Twin Disc at the time by a gentleman called Rodney Hill, and today we are still a Hill family business. So we've been running for over 40 years, providing transmission and driveline products and services, and that's been covering a number of operators who work up and down the Thames today. Our product set started with transmissions, but it's grown over the years. So today we can provide prop shafts, we provide propellers, PTOs, steering systems, so complete driveline solutions, and the latest technology is hybrid driveline, which was the seminar that we covered off in November. Last year, 2 years ago, we were involved in an acquisition with ATZ Marine Technologies, who are based down in Southampton, and they focus more on larger vessels to do with oil and water management solutions and also shaft sail solutions. We have a presence in Kent, in Queenborough on the Isle of Sheppey, and also in Hensall in North Yorkshire. There are 2 service operations, and we have a team of 27 mobile service engineers. So they cover the country, but they also go overseas. So recently we've had some guys over in Pakistan, for example. And that's supported by a fleet of 18 vehicles that are fully equipped to deal with any transmission requirement. Our partners, our manufacturing partners, tend to be overseas manufacturers. So Twin Disc is our main partner. They're obviously based in the USA, but they also have operations in Europe. But we also have partnerships with Transfluid, with ZF, Rubber Design, and Quincy Compressors. I thought it was important just to give you an introduction as to who we are and what our business is about. On the 1st of November last year, we held our first MIT technical talk right here in Blue Space. And we focused on an emission-free Thames. And during that talk, it was about having diesel and electric hybrid parallel driveline solutions. And Transfluid came along from Italy to help deliver that, and they were able to demonstrate savings of up to 49%, and that's through utilising, as part of the operation, the electric driveline, which gives you a power range of up to 150 kilowatts. And today we're going to continue on that theme. The vessel that you see here is the L'Escapade, if excuse my French pronunciation, which is based in Compiègne in France. It's a 28-metre electric hybrid vessel and can carry up to 102 peters and can travel up to 7 knots. And that's one example of the vessels that Transfluid have been able to support over the last number of years. So, importantly, we are very honoured to have John Hawkins, the engineering superintendent from Cory Riverside Energy today. I only recently learned about Cory and the operation and the service that they deliver to London as a whole. And it's, to my knowledge, it's not very well publicised because they deliver a terrific service in terms of taking the waste out of London, but not only how they remove the waste from London and how they actually deal with that, and how that goes into providing energy and how it goes into providing other solutions such as aggregates. John has got tremendous experience coming from the open seas, now down into London. He runs the operation very well, and he's been dealing with a number of innovations, both from a technological standpoint, but also in terms of how they go about running their business. So they have a lean operation that's just further down the Thames here. And then lastly, and certainly by no means least, we have Scania with us. Scania are a household name. Everyone knows them for fire trucks, and I would say fire engines is fair to say. However, they have a tremendous product range that covers industrial and marine applications. They have the standalone engines that they sell into the marine market. Today we're lucky enough to have Paul Cowell, who's their marine engine specialist, with us. And Paul's going to talk about developments in IMO Tier 3. Today we have the Scania IMO Tier 2 engine with us, and that's packaged with twin disc gearbox. And this particular arrangement is packaged together to give a full power pack solution that's then delivered down to the RNLI in Poole. They drop it into their new build on Shannon class life vessels. But Paul's going to cover that off today. So, without any further ado, I'm going to pass you on to John Hawkins from Cory Riverside Energy. Thank you.